Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. While there's a lot of talk about fun things kids can do over the summer break, for many children, the concern isn't about staying busy. It's much more basic than that. When school is out, that can also mean their house is out of food. Thousands of kids rely on school breakfasts and lunches to get fed, and that's why the Fighting Texas Hunger campaign is so important. For the 6th year, Mrs. Baird is partnering with the Houston Food Bank and Kroger to help provide meals for families in need across our community. Great Day's Michael Garfield caught up with Shane Sumrow with Mrs. Baird to share how a simple purchase can help fight hunger right here at home.
Well, good morning and happy summer to everybody from the east side of Houston at the amazing, it always amazes me every time I come to the Houston Food Bank. So much stuff going on, and we've got a little busy crew back here we're going to tell you about. You know, summer, a very important time, especially for kids and how they're fed. School is out and they do need to be fed. And thanks to corporate partners and a lot of things going on in the community, there's a lot going on, and we're going to tell you about it. We're going to start with kind of a co-host, Shane Sumrow with Mrs. Baird. Shane, we have got to stop meeting like this, and I say that with respect because Mrs. Baird does so much for the community. Just a few months ago, we were at the Rodeo Cook-Off, and now we're here once again at the Houston Food Bank supporting this fight for hunger. Tell us about what's going on.
Right, there at the Rodeo, we were supporting veterans. In the summertime, in the month of June, we support our local food banks. So we have a statewide program called Fighting Texas Hunger. This is our 6th year to have the program here in the Houston area, and behind me now are our volunteers from Mrs. Baird's, and this year we partnered with our friends at Kroger to build some fantastic meal kits for those in need. So right now they're building kits that include a full loaf of Mrs. Baird's bread, a full jar of peanut butter and jelly donated by Kroger, and then a little sweet treat with some Mrs. Baird's powdered sugar donuts, and they're building those all in reusable shopping bags from Kroger and Mrs. Baird's to go out in our community so these meals can go out to those in need, and they'll have a little reusable shopping bag to use when they go to the store next time as well. So in total, we are pledging 21,000 loaves of freshly baked bread to the Houston Food Bank this summer, and we know that this is a critical time for the food bank, and we hope that this will, again, help those in need here in our area.
Well, I tell you, I smell that bread. It is certainly freshly baked. I see the peanut butter, which is my favorite thing to put on bread. Well, you talk about summer. Why is summer so critical, certainly for kids?
Well, you mentioned a minute ago, schools are out, and kids are not getting their school lunches and breakfasts, and so those meals have to come from somewhere. So the food banks do an amazing job with feeding programs for kids, and who doesn't like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? So hopefully these will go, again, to those kids in our area who need help this summer.
All right, quick, grape or strawberry?
I'm a great person.
There you go. I'm with you too, but you can't beat some peanut butter over there.
That's right.
I'm going to turn over here and I'm going to turn to Julie. She's the Chief Development Officer for the Houston Food Bank, and once again we meet. Such a great service that you prove. And what's the Houston Food Bank's role in all of this, and how vast this entire building is?
Yeah, so we provide about 143 million meals a year to our 18-county area. And as Shane said, and you've mentioned, summer is critical, especially with the children. 1 in 5 kids in the state of Texas is food insecure. And so we want to make sure that they can eat. They're eating during the school year at their school, and we want to make sure they have that same ability during the summer. So partnering with our friends at Mrs. Baird's and with Kroger, who are longtime partners, both of them, is critically important.
Yeah, I know this is at least the second time I've been here within a year. You do so much, and you do rely on the community, but also great sponsors. How important is that?
Yeah, we could not do what we do without our sponsors and also our volunteers. As Shane said, so many of our corporate and community sponsors also come out and bring their employees to volunteer and help us get everything packed up and out to the community.
Yeah. Do you ever snack on some of the stuff that they're putting together?
I do not. I do not. I do not. That we reserve that to go out to the community.
Well,
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But they've got all these great little donuts from Mrs. Baird's. I don't know how hard it is. Yes, and I know where we can purchase some of those donuts, and that is our good friends at Kroger. Shana, you're with Kroger also, and you do so much to the community. I grew up with Kroger. One of my first jobs, if not my first job, I was a checker and a bagger at Kroger, so I go way far back with you, but your commitment to the community goes nonstop. And tell us about your involvement here.
Yeah, so Kroger, we are a long-standing partner of our local food banks here in Houston, and we were excited when Mrs. Baird's reached out to partner on Fighting Texas Hunger. And so we were able to provide the peanut butter, the jelly, along with the reusable bags to pack the meals in today to help feed the communities. And this all ties into our Zero Hunger, Zero Waste mission to help fight food insecurity within the communities that we serve.
That is phenomenal. Again, grape or strawberry?
Oh, I like strawberry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a little fight going on over here, but as long as there's peanut butter and bread, we've got it going. And Shane, I'll wrap it up with you. This is going on in Houston. Mrs. Baird doesn't stop in Houston. I mean, obviously, it is a statewide effort. You've done this in many, many cities too.
Well, as they say, Texas born, Texas bred, right?
Yeah.
So yes, we are expanding every year. This year, we've expanded Fighting Texas Hunger to the Waco area. So we are in pretty much the entire state of Texas. We cover 25 million Texans this year with Fighting Texas Hunger, and we're partnering with food banks across the state to provide bread to those food banks who support 5 million of our neighbors. So, you know, when Nenny Baird started the company in 1908, she always helped her neighbors in Fort Worth. We're continuing to help our neighbors. We just say the neighborhood has just gotten a little bit larger. So
growing up in Dallas, I still smell the bread, shooting down to that bakery by Central Expressway, such great memories. If anybody wants to participate, and I know I love the fact that so many of our viewers, they like participating, you know, via going online or the QR code. How can they get involved?
Absolutely. So if you would like to make a direct donation to the Houston Food Bank, we've made it easy. Just scan the QR code on the screen right now. You can click the Houston Food Bank and make a direct donation to the Houston Food Bank. 100% of your donation stays right here in Houston. And let me tell you, the Houston Food Bank can stretch a dollar more than anyone I know. So every dollar counts, and we'll provide many meals for our folks in need here in the Houston area.
Well, on behalf of certainly everybody in Julie and Kroger folks, we thank you for what Mrs. Baird is doing. And I know someone back in studio is a big fan of those donuts, aren't they?
Deborah, we might send a few back with you. We can certainly hook you up.
One time I promised to bring her back. I didn't. I kind of got in trouble. So anyway, I need to make sure I got this gig going on. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Deb, we're going to go back to you. I promise I got a big old bag coming of those donuts also. But you can tell us more of how to participate with the QR code of everything that's happening here at the food bank. But anyway, congratulations to everybody. And tell you what, let's go volunteer. I'm going to go pack some bags with it.
Let's go pack some bags.
All right, Deb, back to you. Good morning, everybody.
All right, thank you very much, Michael. Okay, maybe they can do like a powdered peanut butter and jelly donut. How about that? All right. You can also use the camera on your phone to help feed the need. Just point it to the QR code right there on the screen. There you go. And you can make a monetary donation to the Houston Food Bank. To learn more, visit mrsbairds.com/fightingtexashunger.